Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood and sports updates here. Remember to subscribe for the latest videos. In a stunning twist that shocked fans and analysts alike, Alex Caruso, often underestimated, often overlooked, and almost always pigeonholed as a defensive specialist, emerged as the unquestionable heartbeat of the Oklahoma City Thunder in one of the most iconic Game 7s in recent NBA history. The Thunder's blowout, 125-93, win over the defending champion Denver Nuggets wasn't just a game, it was a statement, a declaration, a raw, thunderous roar from a young, hungry team that has been doubted time and time again. But at the center of that roar wasn't just Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, though his 35-point masterpiece was nothing short of electric. It wasn't just Jalen Williams, who poured in 24 points with the calm of a veteran. No, at the very center of that storm was Alex Caruso, the relentless defender, the blue-collar warrior, the veteran voice in a locker room full of potential. Finally, turned power. Caruso's journey to this point is nothing short of inspiring. After going undrafted in 2016, bouncing between the G League and 10-day contracts, he clawed his way into the league with grit, determination, and defense so dogged it made stars sweat. Fans adored his hustle, dubbed him the bold Mamba, and watched him lift a championship with LeBron James and the Lakers in the 2020 bubble. But then, seemingly cast aside, he signed with the rebuilding Chicago Bulls. There, he blossomed even further defensively, but few noticed. Then came June 2024, the trade that would change everything. Oklahoma City needed defense. They needed leadership. They needed experience. And they got all of that and more in Alex Caruso. Game 7 wasn't just a basketball game. It was a pressure cooker. Denver, led by the reigning MVP Nikola Jokić, entered the game as favorites. They had the pedigree, the playoff scars, and the best big man in the world. But what they didn't have was Caruso. From the opening tip, Caruso was everywhere. He hounded Jamal Murray, stripped the ball from Aaron Gordon, switched on to Jokić, and forced errors. He didn't just guard players. He erased possessions, disrupted rhythm, and set the emotional tone. Every time Denver tried to build momentum, Caruso's presence was there, like a wall of willpower, telling them, not tonight, deflections, charges taken, loose balls recovered, steals that ignited fast breaks. These don't always show up on the highlight reel, but they broke Denver's spirit. He was the spark plug in a defensive system that forced the Nuggets into 23 turnovers. That's not just defense, that's domination. And as Jokić struggled to find space, and Denver's perimeter players grew frustrated, the Thunder fed off that energy. Gilgeous-Alexander slashed to the rim with confidence. Williams knocked down shots with ease. And through it all, Caruso never stopped, never relented, never let Denver breathe. In the locker room postgame, the Thunder players didn't just praise Caruso, they revered him. He's our anchor, one teammate said. He's the guy who shows us what winning basketball looks like every single night. Head coach Mark Daigneault called him the pulse of our defense. But this wasn't just about one game. Caruso's fingerprints have been all over OKC's entire 2025 playoff run. He's averaged over 6 deflections per 36 minutes, leads the team in loose ball recoveries, and his net defensive rating is among the best in the league. More than stats, though, it's the intangibles. His voice in huddles, his positioning, his trustworthiness, that have changed OKC's identity, and what an identity it has become. This is not the Thunder team of yesteryear. This isn't just a rebuilding project anymore. This is a juggernaut in the making, and Alex Caruso is one of its most essential components. In a league dominated by highlight dunks and viral three-pointers, Caruso is a throwback, a man who brings victory through sacrifice, through grit, through soul-shaking defense. Let's not forget how monumental this win was. The Thunder hadn't been to the Western Conference Finals since 2016, when Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook were still running the show. Since then, it's been a roller coaster. Rebuilds, heartbreaks, and endless trade rumors. But now, with Caruso's championship mentality and defensive fire, this young team has found its core. They've found their voice, and they've sent a warning to the rest of the league. Next up, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Another defensive powerhouse. Another giant to slay, but with Caruso anchoring the perimeter and the Thunder's core brimming with confidence, the stage is set for a battle unlike any we've seen this season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander may be the star, but Alex Caruso is the soul. The league is watching. And Caruso, he's just getting started. What makes this story even more poetic is Caruso's journey from underestimated to undeniable. NBA fans remember when he was the butt of memes, the guy who looked like a high school history teacher. But today, he's the man every team wishes they had in crunch time. He's the kind of player who turns good teams into great ones, just like he did for the Thunder. And for Oklahoma City fans, this win wasn't just another playoff victory. It was catharsis. It was redemption. It was the moment their team officially stepped out of the shadows and into the spotlight. And no one exemplifies that rise more than Alex Caruso, a player who has turned hustle into heroism and defense into destiny. So as we head into the Western Conference Finals, let us remember what makes basketball beautiful. Not just the dunks, the threes, or the highlight plays, but the players like Caruso, the ones who fight for every possession, who lead by example, and who never ever stop giving their all. Thank you for watching Daily Gossip. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more emotional, inspiring, and dramatic sports and celebrity stories. Stay tuned as we follow Caruso, the Thunder, and every twist of this unforgettable NBA playoffs.